Greetings. Well, it's October, or as the late lamented Boston radio station WBCN used to say, Rocktober. Yeah. So why am I here? I decided to make one a month, I guess. One of these video blogs a month, even if nothing's going on. You know, September played out like September. It was just there. Was the last time I talked about my eye. That played out. Was that going to be my catchphrase for today? Played out. Anyway, I get so tired. I'm just very tired. There's a meme going around Facebook that I really liked, and I shared it on my profile. It's this picture of what looks like an old man sitting on a bench from behind, looking out into the ocean, and above him it says, "I am strong," and then below in smaller print, "But I'm tired." It resonated with me, because that's me. I don't think of myself as strong. But I guess if I look at everything that's gone on over the decades, yeah, I guess I'm strong in the respect that I have just lost my mind completely. Only partially. I only partially have lost my mind. The human part, the sanity part. See, there's two parts to me. And this is where maybe the crazy comes. Okay, there's a person. Tait, the person, born March 26, 1960. Farnsworth School, Higgins Junior High. Used to be called Junior High. I don't know why they changed it to middle school. And then PBD High School, and then the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, and then 2 semesters at North Shore Community, and then I fell off the face of the friggin' earth. No, I worked, and I worked, and then I worked, and I kept working and working until heart attack nearly killed me. No, 2 heart attacks. And water around the heart. And water everywhere, which kidney blood tests never picked up on. I was so angry when I got out of the hospital. 5 years ago, when I went back to my general practitioner, I just looked right at her and said, "Why did you not see this coming with the kidney disease?" It didn't just pop up. And all the weight that was drained off me, fluid-wise, that didn't just show up. I'd been putting on weight through the 2000s, and she kept blaming it on me. That was her blind spot, She couldn't understand, I was telling her. Like now, I don't eat, really, anywhere near the amount of food it takes to weigh what I currently weigh. I just don't. I don't. I should be 175. That's my good weight. Any less, I get to look too thin. Any more, I don't feel right. I'm beyond, trying to do some goofy, crazy diet, because, for God's sake, I don't eat. I don't have hardly anything. I have 3 meals, but they're not. Everything I enjoyed, food-wise, really, is gone. Absolutely gone. Poof. Doesn't exist in my orbit anymore. So all I can think of is the medications, and especially the insulin. The 2 types of insulin are just packing weight on me. And that's been confirmed by my old endocrinologist, that insulin does promote weight gain. I'm like, well, that's really stupid. I said, why have a medicine for diabetics who are typically supposed to lose weight that promotes weight gain? Why would they even agree to that being on the market? I've been down to 150. And that was way sort of too thin, but there's no such thing as too thin to somebody who was chubby all their lives. As a kid, I was chubby. My family was chubby, so I'm from a family of chubbies. I'm telling you right now, you thin people or whatever people, if you're teenagers now, but your mom and dad are hefty, yeah, that's your future. It's going to get you, sooner or later. Anyway, and I know people who've been thin all their lives, and when they do gain weight, they have no idea what to do about it. They're just befuddled. So befuddled, they just don't know what to do, so they eat. They eat like they always have, but they can't. Anyway, the eye repaired fairly well, the left eye, fairly well enough. I went back to him, but he still stuck a needle in it anyway. The drive home was harrowing, because as soon as the sunlight, even through sunglasses, as soon as the sunlight, shoom, gone. Couldn't see anything. And this eye, which is not the good one, was dilated, as they always do, and so I had a half eye, sort of, to see. I could see big objects, thankfully, like I didn't run into any cars or anything like that, but it was like driving on instinct. But no more. No more drives to the villages. No, they transferred me to this guy that, get this, he's 15 minutes down the street from me. So why wasn't I sent there first by my regular optometrist? I don't know. I called them, left him a message and saying, why did you send me to the villages when Ocala Eye has the same specialty? Dr. Sammy is his name. He has the same background, same blood behind the retina specialist. Why was I sent all the way in the middle of nowhere? Because it really is. That was one of the problems with the drive, getting used to it, because there's nothing. For very, very long stretches of a road, there's nothing. There's just woods, or empty lots, or horse farms more, or things like that. There was nothing. Nothing. Not even hardly any billboards. So it was very hard to get a bearing. You get this feeling of vertigo sometimes where you were like, completely off balance and everything's moving except, vertigo, look it up. Okay, musically, been banging away at a song, Lovers in a Dangerous World, trying to make it sound comparable to everything that's along with it on Diligence. It's out anyway on Rest of the Best Of, but on Diligence, I am saying remastered tracks, reissued tracks, and everything is really remastered. That's true. I mean, the work I did with the stuff on I Still Believe, the Best of Paul Tait, there's really not much else that could have been done. It's there. So, the whole issue of redundancy is bugging me, because the sales figures came in for September. I did a quick report for the year, and Rest of the Best Of is number 2. It's the number 2 downloaded, cherry-picked, whatever you want to call it, CD I have out there. Number 1 this year will be, without question, 2-on-1. That just kicks butt. And I'm very, very happy. Those songs are my favorites. They're among my favorites. But Rest of the Best Of, the strength of Like You Want to Be Loved, and believe it or not, Looking for the Love of God, which isn't on Diligence, is a big download. So I'm thinking I'm not going to pull anything out of circulation. I'll just put up Diligence, let there be duplicates, let there be, redundancy. But the Diligence collection will be my personal accounting, if you like, my personal statement about those 20 years, 83 to 2003. Everything in one place, If you don't know me, download Diligence and you'll be sick to death of me. Because you're going to be... I did like the vinyl equivalent in my head. I came up to like 8 LPs. You're going to get an 8 LP collection of me. So anyway, but yeah, Lovers in a Dangerous World just wasn't sounding right. It was weak. It was recorded in '92. I was in the cellar production. I hadn't quite... Well, it's weird. In I would have a good sounding, and then I'd have something that didn't work as well. And I don't know. I was drinking too, so it might have been like when I was sober, it was better, or maybe when I was drunk, they were better. I really don't remember. There were a lot of 3 a.m.s at that period. I dubbed them 3 a.m.s because I'd go downstairs at 3 a.m. if I was inspired, and I just turn on. I had it all set up, so all I had to do was just pop the cassette in and all the levels were preset, and I just write a song right into the recorder and record it. So there were a few of those that actually are pretty good. One's called Till All Is Well. It's currently out of print. It was on the, they came from the Cellar cassette, and then later on the CD version. Anyway, so I amped up to the point where it was going to get distorted, so I pulled back, and then what I did, and I didn't think this would have the effect it did, because I don't know. I just do stuff. I added reverb. And what the reverb did was what I wanted it to do. It beefed up. It became part of the song. Once the drums start the song off, and you can hear the reverb on the drums. Then once the song kicks in, you don't hear the reverb anymore. It just becomes part of the tapestry, and it's woven in, and like it really beefs up that middle tone, the mid-range. So I'm happy with it now. I'm not happy with anything. I really am. All this stress with the eye and then people and the last 5 years since getting out of Mass General and all that drama there, and then I call it my near-death experience, though no, I didn't see any bright lights and relatives, but I did nearly die. I was told later I was close to death, but I never felt like I was dying. But my heart rate, my infraction ratio, which is what cardiomyopathy affects, the dispersion rate of the blood, was so low. I mean, they really didn't have a lot of hope for me. But I did survive. Here I am. But considering all the stress, I'm surprised I haven't had another heart attack or a big stroke. As I'm predisposed to both, obviously the heart attack, but stroke is another big looming possible event. And so I'm supposed to not have stress in my life, but everybody, all these people, doctors, not so much the doctors, but their staff, all just cause me so much stress. I don't think they know I'm disabled, because I don't look it. I got what they call a hidden disability. I'm not in the wheelchair, I'm not in crutches, don't even have a handicap plate.